Welcome to GodSpark Nation. We're so happy to see you guys today. So on Saturday, I have this great yoga class, and the teacher, imagine it's 111, and the teacher is like telling us what to do the whole entire time. You know, it's just a great class, great music. And I'm hearing that song and I'm like, oh, I've got to do this on GodSpark Nation. It just spoke to me, and it was just an oldie but a goodie. And the other reason is because it seems like there's been a lot of, chaos right now, infighting, and even in the patriot community. So we at QHS, though, while people may try to rock our boat, we are standing strong. We are 2 feet in, and we know the direction we are heading. And our special blessing, we can see it on the horizon. Can you see it? We see it, and we are sailing straight ahead. Nothing will stop us because we are taking a quantum leap into a world that is only seen in movies, so they say. And nobody has actually done what we are ready to do, at least on Mother Earth. So hope is there for you and all of us in the very near future. Things are going to change drastically, and you are among the first to experience this change. It's amazing because the miracles are about to unfold. And when people see your miracle, they will be clamoring to say, what's going on? What happened? And thankfully, we are here as a coherent team. And I don't mean admin, I mean all of us, okay? And the goal is to hold everybody close right now, because we want to restore the health of innocent people here and in all 209 countries. So keep this macro plan in your vision and set your intention so that you can roll up your sleeves and we take action. Because we see this giant quantum wave rolling across the nation. And our vision is this quantum leap that will encompass all people, all animals, and all life here and beyond, where no man has gone before. Can it be done? Of course it can, because we are committed and we are stable and we speak with the authority given by God. We are all going to thrive. And how we do this is important. It's with love. Alex says the most important thing is love. Jesus said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. We are all neighbors here in this beautiful quantum community. And GodSpark Nation is here to help you by locking arms so we can ride the wave together, because no one is rocking this boat as we are as strong as a mountain and fluid as a stream. So we've been talking a little bit about the project plan, and it's very important because if you have set your vision on what you will complete once our blessing has occurred and we co-create this golden gauge of mankind. So if you have this project plan, it is your intention, at least one of them, right? And all that's left is the action, which will mostly occur post RV. But at GodSpark Nation, you are co-creating by working on yourselves as leaders, so you can have the hope and the faith in both you and QHS to achieve this dream come true. Because we are, with this co-creation, we are bringing the future to the present. And for the last few weeks, we've been discussing and giving examples of important leadership principles to help you lead with the heart, communicate more effectively, and manage relationships with grace and ease. So today we're going to review 2 principles, just like we did last week. And as you listen to these, drop into your heart space, as Peggy was mentioning, and notice how these feel. How do you see yourself using the objectives in other instances? Okay, so the first one is a little tough. It says every behavior has a positive intent. And it's tough because we know how many nefarious players there are in this world. And even actions that seem bad or unproductive on the outside are usually driven by something positive underneath, something that's hidden from the viewer. And it's called secondary gain. It is essentially this unconscious benefit that someone gets from a behavior that might seem negative as you watch them do this, right? So when you can uncover this hidden positive intention, okay, it's hidden from us, positive intention for them, then you open this door to better communication because you become more understanding, which allows you to help someone find a new, more positive way to meet their needs, if it aligns with your core values, of course. And the reason I think this is important is because I am not perfect. You are not perfect. Nobody is perfect in this world because we all have these scars. And so by showing a little grace and understanding and acceptance to others, you can help them feel seen, feel heard, and feel valued. And this often leads to a shift in their behavior, and it becomes a win-win for everyone. And as an example, this principle reminds me of the 5 love languages. So I know you guys, a lot of you are probably familiar with that title. My hubby and I did a weekend retreat decades ago. And it's interesting because everyone has their personal love languages. And so we tend to show love to others in our own love language, but if their love language isn't the same, they're not feeling it. For instance, my hubby's love language is physical touch. Mine is quality time. But if I show him love with quality time, that is a positive intention. But to him, it's not, because this is not the love he is needing. And so he doesn't feel the love that I'm giving him. So for me, it's a positive intention, but for him, it's not received that way. And so when I realized that it was my love language and that I was doing this, I of course had to course correct and be sure to use his love language with him. And this is important because as we start building our projects, this is all about, how we communicate with everybody. It's not just for romantic relationships, it's for your children, your parents, your colleagues, and, everyone. So what I'd like to ask now is who has an example they would like to share of something that a behavior that they've noticed in themselves or others that has a positive intent, but that may appear negative, or people aren't grasping that positive intent. There is no failure, only feedback. And I'm sure you've heard the quote, winners never quit and quitters never win. And I think about Dr. Alfredo and how many countless experiments he has probably done through the decades of his career. With all the different inventions he has created, do you think he felt like a failure when something didn't work? No way. He would have to have tested this and tested that to get the perfect twine wave. Think about how many devices we've had. And if one method didn't work, was it a failure? No, it was just an acknowledgement that that one didn't work. So we tweaked it and tried another way. And as you begin your projects and step into this new world we are creating, there will be lots of opportunities for feedback. And this is true for all of us. As I said at the beginning, this has never been done before. And I always like to say, I'm very much in the health space and have been for a long time. And I am not perfect, only passionate. And so I have a lot of feedback on what doesn't work for me, and I'll share one example with you for tonight. So one thing I also always say is we are bio individuals. Your body responds differently to things than my body. And that changes, year to year. You never know. So in order to maintain the results that you get in your do-over, you want to become a noticer. Notice what feels good in your body and what doesn't. And I'm not talking those immediate needs like, oh, this chocolate tastes good. I'm talking long-term feel good. And so you want to be a noticer and be aware of what's going on. So my confession is I never eat sugar, but we threw a 90th birthday party for my mother-in-law about 10 days ago. And my sister-in-law got 6 different cakes. And my son's girlfriend's like, you got to go try that cake. And she knows I don't do gluten. And because I get all swollen, but what happened? I decided I ate half a piece of the cake and it was okay. It wasn't great. And my joints did swell and I felt really bad. But did I fail? Did I feel like a failure? No, I just got feedback of, hey, Trace, stop eating gluten, you dummy. You know, using my best Fred Sanford voice. Yeah, dummy. I like to do that to myself because I just take it, you know, as humor. So I also needed to remember the quote. This is important. Don't give up what you want most for what you want now. So it's that instant gratification society that we live in. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. You get to choose. So always know that you can. Don't think that you are a failure. You know, there's a lot of books written on that topic. Like John Maxwell wrote Failing Forward. That was such an excellent book. You know, Rocky Balboa, one of his favorite quotes is, it's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. You know, keep moving forward. We're all called to do that, especially now, if we are going to create this golden age that we know we are. So tonight, your burning question, can you think of a specific time in your life when something didn't turn out as planned and you felt like you failed? But now looking back, you can see it as a blessing and one of life's valuable lessons. So just give an example in your groups of how you learned from this experience. Thank you guys so much. I love each and every one of you.